Good afternoon, everybody. Thought I would get in a game real quick of the Demolition League. Every team now has played one game, so we're at game 6 now, where the second game of each series is going to come up. And this is a rematch of the opening day game, which went 13 innings. That the Phillies won it 13 innings on a Neil Walker double to walk it off in the bottom of the 13th. They're taking on the Los Angeles/Anaheim Angels. I am calling them Anaheim just to keep them separate from the Los Angeles Dodgers, who are also in this league. So it's game number 6. We're playing it January 22nd, 2026. We're at Citizens Bank Park, where singles are 1 to 10 for left, 1 to 5 for right. Home runs are 14 for both. Starting pitchers, Zach Wheeler on the mound for the Phillies and Dylan Bundy on the mound for the Angels. This little 612 by each pitcher means that is their injury check. We roll the 612, we will check them for injury. And of course, since it's a demolition league, that means injuries are unlimited, pretty much. It's not just game day injuries like it is on 1987, because that's more of a stricter replay, and this is kind of free willy. Zach Wheeler is a -5 hold when you combine him with the catcher Realmuto. He's a -4. Realmuto is a -2 for a -6, but of course, -5 is the best you can get. Dylan Bundy is awful. He's a +9. So it doesn't hurt to have Stassi being a +2. That makes him a +11. But again, +5 is as high as you can, or as bad as you can get it, I guess you can call it that. And of course, pitchers are hitting. And I forgot who gave me the suggestion, but I did take the suggestion of looking at what the pitchers did in 2019, the previous season, to see what kind of a hitter they were. Because in this set, they're defaulting to pitcher hitting card number 1 every time. Well, Dylan Bundy's still a pitcher hitting card number 1 based on 2019, but Zach Wheeler will be using pitcher hitting card number 7 because he was a pretty good hitter in 2019 when he was hitting all the time. So we're going to have Zach Wheeler with pitcher hitting card number 7. Dylan Bundy will use pitcher hitting card number 1. I do have the game up on the Action PC computer, but I'm thinking that it's better to put that in the game after I'm done, but I might do it in the middle. Who knows? Not in any rush on this one, so we'll just get this ball rolling. We're only in game 2, so realistically, nobody needs rest. We've only played one game, so we're not worried about rest. Although I did kind of free willy the lineups on my own. I did not go with the as-played lineups like I did in the opening day. And for the Angels, Anthony Rendon gets his first action of the season. So he'll be at third base. Don't think there's a whole lot of other strange things or whatever that are in there. So we'll go ahead and get it going. And in fact, now we'll go ahead and get the computer screen up for the Action PC game so I can start inputting this as I play it. So David Fletcher stepping to the plate. Fletcher in game 1, because it went 13 innings, he had 7 at bats. He's hitting .571. I can't really go by that, just 7 at bats. So it's kind of hard to do a stat thing based on that. But anyway, here's Zach Wheeler. Oh, I got hopping dice on the very first play. Boy, they're just getting excited here. Of course, Philadelphia won the first game, which is why they're 1-0. Boy, I did it again. I'm off to a rough start, aren't I? Let's get this right. Third time's the charm. There we go. 6-7. Again, 612 is the entry check, so 6-7 is fine. That's a 1 to 15 single. That is a 15, so it's a base hit for Mr. Fletcher. Put that in the Action PC computer. He gets a leadoff single. Again, though, it's a -5 hold there, so even if he got the jump, it wouldn't be a good idea to go anywhere, so they're going to hold him there. And that'll bring up Justin Upton, left fielder. Do the havoc roll. Nothing happening. Here's Justin Upton. He's 2 for 7 on the replay. That was in game 1. He was 2 for 7 for a .286 average. No homers or anything like that. 2-7 for Upton. That's a base on balls. So Wheeler in trouble right off the bat. First 2 runners are on. Nobody out. And here comes Mr. Anthony Rendon. He'll be getting his first action of the season. He actually did pinch hit in game 1 and was 0 for 1, but he's getting his first start. 2-6 for Rendon, and he'll walk. So all of a sudden, the bases are loaded with nobody out. And who's coming up next but Mr. Mike Trout? So Wheeler in some serious trouble. Trout was only 1 for 7 on opening day for a 143 average. So, but you know he's dangerous. Infield's back for the double play. They need outs. 6-9. That's a strikeout. That's one way to get an out. Right there on a strikeout. And I know this is not prime time to be streaming, but I don't care. People can always watch it later. In fact, most people watch these videos after the fact anyway. Very few are actually in the live stream. So it almost doesn't matter when I live stream. Because, like I said, the majority of people catch it later on. Here's Pujols. He's 2 for 7. 3-6 for Pujols, and he'll hit a ground ball shortstop A. That is a Giovanni's Tailor Shop, tailor-made double play, and it gets the Phillies out of the inning. Giovanni's Tailor Shop from Lemoyne, Pennsylvania, the unofficial sponsor of the Demolition League. If you have any tailoring needs, be sure to check them out. Giovanni's Tailor Shop, as they sponsor our tailor-made double play of the game. So we go to the bottom of the first. It'll be Dylan Bundy on the mound, and he'll be facing Adam Hazley. Hazley did not play in game 1, so he has no stats to go by right now. We get a 3-9, and that's a strikeout. So Hazley out on strikes. 1 away. And that'll bring up Gene Segura. Segura was 1 for 5 with a stolen base in game 1. 5-8, and that's another strikeout for Bundy. He's 2 for 2 with these Ks. 2 quick outs. And that'll bring up Bryce Harper. Harper 1 for 5 on the replay in that first game. 3-8 for Harper, and it's a 1-6 single. That's a 4, so base hit for Bryce Harper. And with the +9 hold effect, or making it a +5, it's very enticing now for Harper to get the lead or attempt the lead. Needs a 4 or a 5. Doesn't get it, and that's too much of a penalty to try on the secondary lead, so they'll hold him there. Here's Rhys Hoskins. Hoskins is 0 for 5 in the first game. 1-6 for Hoskins. Struck him out, so how about that? Dylan Bundy strikes out the side. And we go to the bottom of the top of the second, no score. Wheeler back out, and Wheeler will face Jared Walsh, first baseman or right fielder. In this game, he's playing right field. I'm sorry, this game he is playing, correct, yeah, right field. Okay, got confused there for a second. He's playing right field. He pinch hit in game 1, was 0 for 1. 3-2, and that's a fly to center, and that's 1 away. So 1 down. And that will send things over to Andrelton Simmons, the shortstop. Simmons, 1 for 5 on his first game. 1-3, it's a ground ball to second. And Segura handles it easily. 2 up, 2 down. Much easier inning to this point for Zach Wheeler. And that'll bring up Max Stassi, the catcher. Stassi did not play in game 1. 5-9, that's a ground ball to short. Easy play for Gregorius, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Zach Wheeler. Much more to his liking. We go to the bottom of the second. Hello, Tribe fan. Hello, Michael. Go to the bottom of the second. Still no score. Bundy back out. Struck out the side in the first. Did give up a single to Harper, but struck out the side for everybody else. Here's Gregorius. He went, let me put in the, I forgot to put in the, do my thing here. All right, I'll be right back. I gotta run downstairs and get my power cable. I thought I had it with me, but this thing's getting ready to lose power. I'm still looking for my power cable. I have no idea where it went. I've checked a couple different places. I just Okay, I think we're back now. Hopefully we're back now. Okay. And also bring back the Action PC game and resume that from its last position. Give me a second while I do that. But at least the stream is back. At least I think it is. Pretty sure it is. All right. Come on. There we go. All right. Now we're going to resume. Resume game. Game already complete. I don't want that game already complete. I want to resume the game I just was trying to play here. Come on. Come on, Action PC. You can do it. Maybe it's asking too much to have it do it. I don't know. Let's try it again. Show me something. Keep saying not responding. Okay, now we go. Resume game. So we are looking at well, why isn't it giving it to me? See if this is going to do it or not. Okay, looks like I'm back in. Yep, we're back and good now. Okay, so we're back to good now. Got it back up on the screen. Didi Gregorius will be at the plate. Sorry about that snafu. About that. All right, so here is Didi Gregorius. Gregorius, like I said, was, as I was going to say before I had my power problem. 2 for 5 for a 400 average with 1 run batted in. That's a 5.8, and that's a fly to right field. And interestingly enough, the power cord was actually, it's usually in the case of my laptop, but for whatever reason, when I was sitting in bed using it earlier, I put it on my nightstand for whatever reason. Usually, if I don't have it with me, it's in the it's down on the floor by the power cord. This one happened to be on my nightstand. It was the strangest place I ever seen to put it, so I don't know why I put it there. Anyway, here's JT Realmuto. He was 0 for 6 in game 1. 2-4, and he's going to foul it out to first base where Pujols makes the play. 2 away, and that'll take us to McCutchen, left fielder. McCutchen was 1 for 6 in game 1. 1-9, he struck him out. For Bundy, that's 4 strikeouts. And after 2 innings, we still have no score from Citizens Bank Ballpark. Due up here in the top of the 3rd, it'll be Dylan Bundy, and he will be using pitcher hitting card number 1. He is a switch hitter. So if it gets to the pitcher card, we'll look in the blue area because he is a switch hitter. He is Dylan Bundy. And that's exactly where we're going. 4-8. That's a ground ball to second. Would have been a fly to the left over here, but this is a ground ball to second. Bundy is out, 1 away. For David Fletcher. Fletcher, his first time up, got a base hit, but was stranded at third base on that tailor-made double play that ended the inning. That's a 1-8 for Fletcher, and that's a ground ball to second. Second ground ball to Segura to start this inning. 2 easy ground outs. And that'll take us to Justin Upton. Upton walked his first time up. 1-10, and this is a ballpark blast. Citizens Bank Park, 1-14. That's a 7. It's gone. Justin Upton just put the Angels on the board. 1-10 is a ballpark blast. That's a 14 at Citizens Bank Park, and that's a 7. So Justin Upton, it's his first home run of the Demolition League. And he puts the Angels in front 1-0. 2 out, bases empty homer. And that's going to bring up Anthony Rendon. Rendon walked in his only at bat in this game. He was 0 for 1 the previous game. 2-7, and that's a ground ball to short. That will end the inning, but the home run from Justin Upton, and the Angels lead it 1-0 as they try to even the series. So the bottom of the 3rd, Neil Walker will lead it off for the Phillies. He'll be followed by Wheeler and then Hazley. So Neil Walker, switch hitting second baseman. He had the game-winning RBI double in the bottom of the 13th in game 1. He's 1 for 3 in that game. 6'5", switch hitter, ground ball shortstop X. We're looking at Simmons. He's a 1E21. So we know he's going to get to it with a 1. We're just checking the E21. and an E21 and a 12. Shortstop E21, there's no 12 there, so good play for Mr. Simmons, one away. That'll bring up Zach Wheeler, and he is using pitcher ID card number 7. He's also a left-handed hitter. So that's another thing to keep in mind, is he is a left-handed hitter in case it goes off of Bundy's card. Wheeler will step in. 210 for Wheeler. He's going to strike out. Strikeout number 5 for Dylan Bundy. So even using pitcher ID card number 7 didn't help Wheeler out on that one. Back to top of the order for Hazley. Strikeout victim his first time. 3-6 for Hazley. Not this time. He'll get the first hit of his season. For him, 1-5 is a double. That's going to be a solid 2-out single for Hazley. And he's now in the hit column on this replay. He's now 1 for 2. Hazley, no threat to really run, so he will not be held. And here's Gene Segura. Struck out his first chance. 1-5, and that's a single to right field. And the right fielder, Walsh, has a 0 arm. Hazley not being held as a 14. 2 outs as a 16. First to third is an 18. So he will take third without a throw. They want to keep Segura at first base, so they'll hit the cutoff man. But it will be a single. That will put runners at the corners now with 2 outs. And that's going to bring up Bryce Harper. Clutch situation for Harper. And in the clutch, Harper loses a couple hits, 3-4 and 3-5. The 4-10, and that's a fly ball center field X. We're looking at the center fielder, Trout. He's a 2E4. 2 and 18, he'll get to that. E4, the only problems or only errors he can make as a center fielder with an E4 rating. Whoops. Over here all the way here. Get the fold in the wrong spot. E4, the only errors he makes are 4, 16, and 18, and that's a 9, so easy play for Mr. Trout, and the Phillies are gone here in the third. So we go to the fourth, it's still 1-0. Angels lead it. Technically Los Angeles Angels, but again, since I've got the Dodgers in this league too, I figured I'd call them Anaheim just to kind of make a distinction there. And speaking of Trout, he will lead things off. He struck out his first chance. 110, and that is a ground ball to second. And that's 1 away. Trout is out of there for Albert Pujols. Pujols, his first time up, grounded into that tailor-made double play. 6-11. 6-12 is the injury, but not 6-11. So 6-11, he's fine. Ground ball to third. And that'll be handled easily by Walker as he throws to first for out number 2. And that'll bring up Jared Walsh. Walsh in his first at bat. Move to center. He's now 0 for 2 on the season. 6-9 lefty, and he's not 0 for any more. That's going to be a single. 2-out single for Jared Walsh. He's no threat to run, but at least he gets on the board as far as the season hit goes. He gets his first hit of the season. 2 outs, bases, well, runner at first now for Andrelton Simmons. He will not be held, by the way. Walsh, he's not a very good runner. Will not be held, and here's Simmons. 5-6, and that's a ground ball to short. And that'll be taken care of by Gregorius to end the inning. We go to the bottom of the fourth, still 1-0 Angels. As it is nip and tuck here early. Citizens Bank Park is a hitter's friendly park, but right now the pitchers are having the better of it. Here's Rhys Hoskins, struck out his first chance. He's now 0 for 6 on the season. 5-6. 1-16 is a double, so he gets his first hit of the season as well. A leadoff double for Rhys Hoskins. And now the Phillies looking to tie this game. Had a lead runner, scoring position, nobody out for Gregorius. One four for Gregorius. Ground ball to third. That'll freeze the runner at second. So Hoskins will hold as Rendon checks him and throws to first. One away. And that'll send us to JT Realmuto. Realmuto 0 for 7 on the season. Looking for his first hit. 3-9. He might get it. Ballpark home run chance 1-14, but that's a 15. Got a bad break there. Just a deep fly to left. And Realmuto will remain hitless. Just couldn't quite get enough of it. Now it's 2 down in a clutch situation for Andrew McCutchen. In the clutch, he gains a hit on 1-8. Everywhere else, he is neutral. That's a 1. Bundy's wild pitch rating is a 6. And he will not commit a wild pitch. That'll be blocked by Stassi. 1-2 for McCutchen. It's a low max, but there are already 2 outs, so it doesn't matter. And that will end the inning. So the leadoff double by Hoskins is wasted, as the Phillies are not only unable to score him, they couldn't even advance him to third base. So we go to the fifth, and this is a fatigue inning. I'm sorry, next inning is a fatigue inning for both pitchers. They both have a 6 for fatigue. Here's Stassi. 6-3. It's a ballpark single check, 1-5 for right-handers. That fails, so that is a line out to short. 1 away. And that'll send up Bundy using pitch rating card number 1, but again is a switch hitter batting left-handed. 1-7, that's a strikeout. Didn't matter which way he was batting, that was a strikeout. Strikeout number 2 for Wheeler. And that'll bring up Fletcher at second baseman. 2 outs, base is empty. 4-4. Ballpark single check again, 1-5. That's a 1, so Fletcher does get the base hit, courtesy of Citizens Bank Park. And he continues his hot hitting. He's now hitting 600. He's 6 for 10 on the season. Here's Justin Upton. Of course, he's no threat to run, so he won't be held. And here's Justin Upton. 6-3, and that's another ballpark single check, 1-5. This one's a 10, so once again, the liner to short will end the inning. Nothing doing there for the Halos. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Still 1-0. Due up for the Phillies will be Walker, Wheeler, and Hazley. (6-3), switch hitter batting left. That's a ground ball to first, and Pujols will take it to the bag himself. Easy 1 away. And that'll bring up Wheeler using pitch rating card number 7. 3-7, that's a ground ball to short. 2 away for Adam Hazley. Hazley 1 for 2 with a strikeout and a single. 3-8, and that's a strikeout again. Bundy picks up strikeout number 6. So through the end of 5 innings of play, it is still a 1-0 ball game. Favor of the Angels. The home run from Upton is held up. Now we've got the fatigue inning for both pitchers coming up. Zach Wheeler and then Bundy in the bottom half. Here's Rendon. 1-4, and that's a base on balls. And for Wheeler, that is his second walk to go with 2 strikeouts. Rendon, no threat to run. He's no threat to do anything. Here's Mike Trout. (3-3), and that's a ball. I'm sorry, looking at 3-3 is another walk. So third walk and back-to-back walks now, issued by Zach Wheeler. Those base on balls going to get you in trouble. First and second, nobody out for Albert Pujols. Although Pujols already hitting the one double play, he's definitely a candidate to hit into another. Hits the ball hard and doesn't run well. Perfect candidate for a double play. 1-9, but this time he's going to strike out. Strikeout number 3 for Wheeler to go with his 3 walks. 1 away, and now a double play would end the inning. He's going to be facing Jared Walsh. 3-3, and that's going to be a ballpark single again. 1-10 for lefties, but that's an 11. So he's going to line to second. Out number 2. Now it's a clutch situation for Andrelton Simmons. Simmons in the clutch, gains a hit, 3-3. And I think that's it, just 3-3. Simmons is 0 for 2. 5-5, he's 0 for 3. That's a strikeout for Wheeler. Strikeout number 4. And nothing doing there. We go to the bottom of the 6th. It's still 1-0. And here comes Bundy facing Segura. Harper and Hoskins also fatigue inning for Bundy. 3-7, and that's a strikeout for Segura. Strikeout number 7 for Dylan Bundy. He's been on his A game today. There's Bryce Harper, 1 for 2 for Harper. 1-10, and that is a ground ball to second. Easy play for Fletcher. 2 up and 2 down for Rhys Hoskins. He did double his last time up. Trying to get something started for the Phillies here in the 6th, as they've been kind of lulling through this ball game. 4-8, and that's a strikeout. There's a dot there, but he hasn't reached fatigue yet, so strikeout number 8. And now both pitchers are going to go 7 innings because, well, Bundy probably won't because he's going to come up to bat, but Wheeler will. I think they'll pinch hit for Bundy. So Hoskins struck out to end the ball game, and they'll cap Bundy at the 6 innings. And right now we're going to have Wheeler facing Stassi. And we've got action in the Angel bullpen. And with that 13-inning game, they used quite a bit of pitching. So we'll see if they have anybody that hasn't pitched yet. I don't believe Austin Davis has, a lefty. Well, we'll see. Right now they're going to go with Wheeler against Stassi. That's a 2-9, and he struck him out. Strikeout number 5, and now we'll get a pinch hitter for Bundy. Angels will go to the bench, and they will bring on well, this is who they have. They have Tommy La Stella, Brian Goodwin, Shohei Ohtani, and Jason Castro from the left side, and Taylor Ward from the right side. So they'd like to save Ohtani for a more important at bat and not use him up now with the bases empty. So they're going to go with, let's see who they want to go with here. They're going to go with Brian Goodwin. Brian Goodwin will pinch hit. Brian Goodwin. Pinch hitting for Bundy. So we'll bring Goodwin into the game on the computer. Goodwin, 1 for 6 in game 1. A 167 average. He will pinch hit. He was projected to have a 238 average on this Imagine set. So Brian Goodwin, pinch hitter here in the 7th inning against Zach Wheeler. 4-9, Ground ball shortstop X. We're looking at Gregorius. He is a 2E20. 217 is good all day long. E20 at the shortstop position. E20 at short, and that's a 10. That shouldn't be a problem. It is not. So Gregorius makes the play. 2 down. Goodwin is out of there. And now that will send up the top of the order and Mr. Fletcher. Fletcher is hitting 600. He's 6 for 10 on the early part of the season, these 2 games. Hello, Colin. 4-3, and that's a fly ball right field X. We're looking at Harper. He's a 2E3. 2 and a 10, he'll get to it. E3. And the only errors on E3 is 315 and 18, and that's a 10, so no problem there for Harper. And that'll do it for Wheeler. Wheeler will go 7 innings. He just didn't get any run support, unfortunately for him. But he pitched well. Just had that one mistake pitch, the home run ball, to Upton in the 3rd inning, and that was it. He has pitched very well other than that. 4 hits and a run. And let's see, he walked 3, struck out 5. And now let's look at the Bundy situation. We go to the box score for that, get Bundy's numbers. 6 innings with no runs allowed. So Bundy, 6 innings, 4 hits, no runs. No walks and 8 strikeouts. About as dominating as you can get. And now they go to the bullpen. Will the Angels. And let's see who they've got that perhaps didn't pitch in game 1, if that's the direction they want to go. They don't have to, obviously. Coming up for the Phillies, it'll be Gregorius, Realmuto, and McCutchen, a lefty and 2 righties. So probably looking at a right-hander to come into the ball game. Let's see who they might want to use. Jacob Barnes is rested. He did not pitch in game 1, so they'll go with Jacob Barnes. He did not pitch in game 1. So they will use Jacob Barnes. He's a 0 hold, which makes him a +2 now. So Jacob Barnes, and on the simulated Imagine set, he is 1-3 with a 4.86 ERA, or the numbers they gave him. He'll be facing Gregorius, Realmuto, and McCutchen. So Jacob Barnes it is. And Gregorius, your batter, he's 0 for 2. 4-8, and that's going to be a strikeout for Barnes. 9th strikeout by the Phillies in this game. They've been having trouble making contact. Here's Realmuto, he's 0 for 2. 3-7, and he's going to, 3-8 would have been something, but 3-7, 3-8 would have been a home run, but 3-7 is a fly to center. Or out number 2. And maybe that's just the kind of day the Phillies are going to have here. 2 up and 2 down for Andrew McCutchen. 1-6 for McCutchen, struck him out to end the inning. Jacob Barnes, a 1-2-3 7th inning. We go to the top of the 8th, and we'll get a new pitcher for the Phillies. And we'll see who that's going to be. Could double switch, but I think the pitcher comes in, is only going to pitch 1 inning anyway. So probably just as well just to keep everything where it is. So the guy who did not pitch in the bullpen, they used almost everybody. One guy they didn't use was Austin Davis, but do you really want to bring in Austin Davis? You got all these right-handers coming up, so I don't think they're going to go that route. So let's see if anybody pitched. Well, a lot of guys just pitched 1 inning, so I think we can possibly Go to another right-hander that pitched in the previous game, Blake Parker. He only pitched 1 inning in game 1. So Blake Parker is on. And again, we're not going to double switch because we'll pinch hit for him in the bottom half of the inning anyway. So coming up for the Angels, it'll be Upton, Rendon, and Trout. Parker is a +2, which makes him a 0 on the hold. All right, so Parker is in to face Upton. 2-6 for Upton, and that's a walk. Not what you want if you're Parker. Upton not really a threat to steal, so he will hold. And that'll bring up Anthony Rendon. Four, 5, and that's trouble. 1-18 is a home run, and that's gone. Anthony Rendon, a 2-run home run. Look at it again. 4-5 is an in-home run chance. 1-18, and that's a 17. He's got normal power. So Anthony Rendon, the much maligned Anthony Rendon, comes through with a home run. His first hit of the season, and it's a home run, a 2-run shot. And the Angels lead it 3-0. They'll bring up Mike Trout. Angels trying to even this series. 3-7 for Trout. That's a strikeout. So Parker does get the strikeout. 1 away for Albert Pujols. 3-5, and that's going to be a ground ball to second. 2 down. And brings up Jared Walsh. Barnes is going to pitch the 8th because he went 1, 2, 3 in the 7th. So they're going to let him pitch the 8th as well. Here's Walsh. 2-7, and he grounds to short to end the inning. So Parker's going to go 1 inning, give up the 1 hit, which was the 2-run homer, the walk that preceded it, and a strikeout. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Barnes is out there. It'll be Walker, a pinch hitter. Walker, a pinch hitter. And the pinch hitter is going to probably be Jay Bruce. Looks like it's going to be Jay Bruce. So Bruce will pinch hit. In the 8th inning. Right now it is Neil Walker, followed by Jay Bruce, and then Hazley. Barnes 1, 2, 3 in his first inning. We'll get to pitch a second inning. See here, Walsh grounded to short to end the inning, so let's fix that up on the computer. I don't want to get behind. All right, and now Barnes will face Walker. 4-10, switch hitter batting left. That's a ballpark single check. 1-10. That's a 20, though. So it's going to be a fly ball to center field. 1 away, and now the pinch hitter Jay Bruce will come on. To pinch hit for Barnes. For Parker, rather. Jay Bruce. And Bruce, 0 for 1 as a pinch hitter in game 1. See if he can improve on that here in game 2. 5-9, and that's a strikeout, so he did not improve on it. He's out of there, and here's Hazley. Back to the top of the order for Adam Hazley. Hazley is 1 for 3. 1-9, he's going to strike him out. Boy, Parker was amazing. Barnes was amazing. 2 innings pitched, 4 strikeouts, gave up nothing. So he certainly did his thing, and he's going to get a chance to be rewarded with the win, as he is the pitcher of record. Angels will need a new pitcher, the Phillies will. And they're going to go ahead and go with Austin Davis. He has not pitched in this series yet, so down 3-0, you may as well use him. Left-hander Austin Davis, a +5 on the hold. He'll be facing Simmons, Stassi, and a pinch hitter for Bundy. Pinch hitter likely to be Ohtani, but with the lefty up there in a 3-0 game, they may go another direction, is what I'm saying. But we shall see. Right now on the computer, we've got to bring in Austin Davis to pitch. And he'll be facing Andrelton Simmons to lead it off. The top of the ninth, 3-0 Angels. 1-9, and that's a fly to right field. One away. And we'll go to Max Stassi, the catcher. Stassi is 0 for 3. 5-8 left against the right-handers. Ground ball, second base X. We're looking at Segura. 2E10. 2 and a 10 is good. E10 and a 13. There is no 13 there, so Segura makes the play. Whoops. Got these backwards, don't I? Should be here and here. What I was doing, putting them up here. Let's fix that. Now we're at the pitcher spot, and we need a pinch hitter. Let's see if the Angels want to go to somebody that maybe has not played. I don't know if Taylor, he may have started the first game. They're going to go with Taylor Ward. They'll give Ohtani a break and only use him if necessary. So we're going with Taylor Ward. Pinch hit. Since the lefty is on the mound, we will go to Taylor Ward. Stassi grounded to second for out number 2. Now, Taylor Ward get the call. He was 0 for 1 as a pinch hitter in the first game. See what he can do here against Austin Davis. 2-6 against the lefty. He's going to draw a base on balls. So that'll keep the inning going and bring the top of the order back up. And that's Fletcher. Fletcher's hitting .545 on the season, 6 for 11. .610, and I didn't check Austin Davis's injury chance. I'll do that after the at-bat is over. 6-10, ground ball, shortstop X. And that is Gregorius. He's a 2E20. 2 and a 20 is good. E20 and a 7 shouldn't be a problem. It is not. Gregorius makes the play to end the inning. And that'll do it for Davis. He's going to go 1 inning. A walk and nothing else. Oops. So we go to the bottom of the ninth, last chance for the Phillies. And I will check the roster sheet to see what the error was, or the injury chance was on Davis. And make sure it wasn't a 6-11, which I think is what came up. Yes. No, 6-10 came up. It was a ground ball, shortstop X, 6-10. So we'll check him and make sure he didn't have an injury chance. Davis, he's on the extra players. He has a 5, which is worse than a 6-10. So a 5 is a 6-8, so he avoided that. So there's no injury to worry about. So now we'll go to the bottom of the ninth. And the Angels will need a new pitcher. And let's see who they might want to go to. Who is their closer? Could be Hansel Robles. But he did not pitch in the first game, according to this. So I don't think it matters anyway, because he is the designated closer with 11 saves. So So that's where they're going to go. Hansel Robles. He is a +7, which means it's a +5. But he's got a 3-0 lead to work with. And he'll be facing Segura, Harper, and Hoskins here in the bottom of the 9th. Hansel Robles. Segura is 1 for 3. That's a 5-11, and that's a ground ball first base X. Looking at Pujols, 4E13. 4 and 18, he'll get to that. Oops, wrong side. 4 and an 18 is a G1. That's a 9, and he is an E13. E13, there is no 9 there, so Pujols will get it and flip to Robles covering. 1 away. So 1 down, and that's going to take us to Mr. Bryce Harper. Harper is 1 for 3. 1-8 for Harper. He's going to draw a base on balls. That's what the Phillies need. They need base runners. So that's a start with a walk. He could try to steal. In fact, it might not be a bad idea to avoid a double play. See if he can get the lead. Needs a 4 or a 5. Does not get the lead, so he will hold. Brings up Rhys Hoskins. He's 1 for 3 with a double. 1-6 for Hoskins. Struck him out. That's the 3rd strikeout for Hoskins. He's got the hat trick. And now the Phillies 1 out away from being shut out by the Angels, and the Angels evening the series. Here's Gregorius. He's 0 for 3. 4-9, and that's a strikeout to end the ball game. Robles ends it in style. A 3-0 shutout. Robles with his first save. Barnes the winner. He's now 1-0. And the losing pitcher is Parker. Check that. The losing pitcher. Now the winning pitcher is Bundy because he gave up. They scored for him in the first inning. Okay, my bad. Let's fix this. Bundy's the winner, 1-0. Wheeler's the loser, 0-1. For Robles, he gave up a walk and 2 strikeouts, nothing else. So we'll get the final information from our box score. And we'll get the totals. 3-0 Angels over the Phillies. 3 runs, 5 hits, and no errors for the Angels. No runs, 4 hits, and no errors for the Phillies. Bundy the winner, 1-0. Technically a hold to Barnes, but I don't worry about holds. Wheeler 0-1 with the loss, and Robles his first save. Home run in the game, the only one belongs. Actually, there are 2 of them. That's why they scored the 3 runs. Upton a home run in the 3rd, and Rendon a 2-run homer in the 8th for extra cushion. So there you have it, 3-0. No sips for the afternoon because I don't drink coffee after 12 o'clock, so or I'd be up all night. So first sip only applies for the morning time. So next game in the Demolition League will be game number 7 from Yankee Stadium. And we will have a DH in that game because it's 2 American League teams playing each other. Yankees 1-0 versus the Twins 0-1. For the Yankees, it'll be left-hander James Paxton. For the righties, for the Twins, it'll be right-hander Kenta Maeda. And as I look at the ballpark effects for Yankee Stadium, according to this, 8-12. So same lefty and right, according to the ballpark sheet. Doesn't matter, lefty or righty, it's the same. 1-8 for lefties, 1-12 for 1-8 for lefties and righties for singles, 1-12 lefties and righties for the home runs. Like I said, it will be Maeda against Paxton. So I'm not sure when I'm going to play that, but we'll figure it out. but did want to sneak this in here, get this game in. Not sure if I'm going to have time to do something tonight. And with the snow and stuff coming, if we lose power, obviously I'm not going to be able to play anything. So I may try to record a couple of games tonight and tomorrow just for upload on the weekend, just so something's there. Maybe, I don't know. Not that big of a deal if it's not, I guess. But that's going to do it from here. The Philadelphia Phillies fall to the Angels 3-0. Now both teams are 1-1 in their Demolition League outings. And again, next game will be the DH game, the only DH game of the day, and that'll be the Yankees and the Twins. So, I hope you enjoyed that presentation of the Demolition League, despite the power outage I had. And like I said, I'm not sure how it's going to show on the stream when it all gets put together, but it is what it is. So until next time, enjoy playing whatever game you choose to play, however you choose to play it, and I will see you all down the road.